What's up, YouTube? 347 Hunter x Hunter live reaction. Let's get this started. Then I choose option 5, hostility. They pull out guns. 5, both of you will die. Inauguration. They shoot at both of them. Okay, there's a whole bunch of shit everybody's hiding. Is that Jing and Pariston running behind the wall? What the hell are you doing? Quit it. Are you guys really aiming to kill? Shut it. Seal the entrance. I'll go check out the basement. Good, corner them, but be careful. A bastard in a suit that talks. That's all talk. A rookie. I've had enough of you cowards. What? And a rookie. I've had enough of you cowards. A rookie? What? You overestimate. You're overestimations. What the hell is that? You overestimate. Oh, your overestimations. My bad, son. I'm reading retarded right now. Have been getting on my nerves for quite some time now. And what better time than now? Man, his fuse is short. Sudden ambush, really? Heh. It's not as if you're as big a deal as everyone makes you out to be. It's just an accumulation of little stuff I've done. And shut up. That means I was just going along with you, Jing. But you were the one that provoked him in the first place. But in any case, now that's it. Now that it's begun, those guys aren't going to hold back. Shall we do it? Yeah, but lightly. Looks like these guys have some kind of gun-based projectiles. This'll be easy. So it's okay even if they're seen? Yeah, no problem at all. Hold on. So it's okay even if they're seen? Yes. Oh shit, he has a Jonkin! Just like, oh, that's what it seems like. Jonkin, boom. Okay. So what does he do now? Bam, bam, bam. I don't even know how many punches he just did. Pariston looks a little shocked. And what's happening? Oh, what did he do? This is the Oreos. What? Hold on. Yo. He can do Leorio's power? You could trance the skill of another person. It's nothing that great though. If it's a strike type attack, just taking it once is enough for me to mimic it. Well, a simple ability, that's all. What? He said that's a simple ability. Quite much unbelievable. Did we manage to hit all 3 of them? Do we move? No, wait, there might be a signal. The Oreo is going to be adopted, wasn't it? So that ability of his was probably the result of a trial and error during palpation and sounding practices. He must have done something like this as well, spreading his aura and using it as a replacement for ultrasounds. Plus, it's not as obvious as the latter. Looks like you've got 2 people leaning on the other side of the wall. I see. Here and here. Huh? So let's say this is an inoperable body. Our only solution would be to destroy the tumor and clots from the outside, just like this. Damn, yo, Jing is a beast. Jing is a beast. Okay, that's all apparently. They must have given up. Of course not. They must have assumed the men have finished their jobs, huh? They pulled a fast one on us, remember? And it was pretty damn obvious, you know? Sure, the plan was rough around the edges, but what gave it away the most was probably the part where they sent the angry Mohican guy after us. There wasn't an option where both of us were going to leave the room in the first place. But then again, if that were an option, I might have picked it. Who knows? The only reason why I went along this time was because I felt so sorry for those guys that had to act accordingly to a crappy script that prioritized convenience. If you're going to do something like this, do it yourself next time. That's if you really want to see my abilities. What? So this was all planned by Pariston. Pariston's pissed. Look at his eye, this motherfucker. He knows what I'm doing. This pisses me off. I can never catch Jing off guard. That's what he's probably thinking. Like, I really want to see this man's ability. So Jing can mimic any strike-based attacks if it's basic. I don't know if he's undermining himself or he doesn't want him to know. So we'll see. Oh, so that's the cat out. Cat's out the bag. But I thought my acting was great. Are you kidding? You're really soft on yourself, you know. What the hell was that, huh? Not only was it monotonosis, it was like a freaking manual reading, for Christ's sakes. Oh my, I hated you guys. That's what you sounded like. I really want to kill you so bad right now. Personally, though, I'd worry more about your soldiers than your acting for the time being. They definitely won't survive the Dark Continent. At that level, the most they can do is provide backup. That isn't a problem. They were originally just backup anyway. Our job is mainly reconnaissance and supplying artillery. We're also good at providing some form of cover with other snipers. The shooting will be done by this guy, Clank, a joint type, huh? Exactly. Packing with heavy firepower, it's loaded with an individual with projectile powers from bullet generation. The damage from this thing is far bigger than those of a single attack. I see. Damn, there's a lot of text. So it was this thing that provided the soldiers with the weapon made of their own and then could do many other things at the same time. Yeah, it's proven that having them use Nen bullets bring better chances if we're talking mid-range group battle. We've created a team of 11 members, namely this guy and the Recon group, codenamed Stonewall, the legendary team that has a record of 0 casualties in the Lubo internal strife. Now that's mighty cool. What's your name? Referred to as Golem by comrades. Further questions not to be answered. I've known this one for 3 years already, but yeah, still, like this. Doesn't recognize anyone by their face or voice. I knew it. It's been giving out this don't talk to me kind of aura the whole time. So you're the one in charge of the divisions. Oh hell. You, dude, how do you say that? Do you think you could convince the rest of them to take my money? Mind if I be honest with you? When I heard the talk of you being number 2 and all, there weren't any issues on my end until the part where you started talking about money. You do know that we, soldiers, value the trust of our comrades more than anything else, don't you? Saying things like, oh, I'll buy your services was inexcusable for me. Throwing money out so naturally as if it were that clean and simple really was disgusting to me. To me, this felt a lot like a book title or even where people put their remote and controls on the table, everything just decided. You just don't change these things. I've heard of guys that were considering leaving because of what you said, and I've been pissed about that, actually. If you have an explanation for that, let me hear it. I don't. Not even a grump. There's nothing I can do but apologize. It's my fault entirely for making things so complicated. But now that there are some that actually accepted the money, I can't just stop now. Do you think we could settle it with donations to the Noel Foundation? The Noel Foundation, mutual aid for the families of fallen soldiers. When a soldier falls in the line of duty, finances, aid, counseling, and education services, as well as employment for the families of these brave soldiers are guaranteed by this foundation. This all began with a soldier, Noel, that could no longer receive support from the one-way people, child soldiers, refuge, impoverished, and those that are restricted in some way, and his comrades, small acts of kindness, donating money into his personal account. It is currently in its 3rd generation and runs solely on the trust of the people. Are you serious? If you made a supplementary account just to send money, then you'll be considered a soldier yourself. You won't be able to ignore claims from these people. Well, you said you wouldn't accept the money if it were half-hearted. The money could be shared between the members and managed fairly without bringing about weird rumors. I don't get it. Why do you want us to take your money so badly? What's the catch? This isn't the first time I've said things and wondered why I said it after. So this time as well, it's the exact same thing. And that I knew that the guys here aren't eyeing the money at all, I guess. That's why I figured that if they took my money, it would mean that they've accepted me. And I think it made me somewhat happy that there were fools like me around. I had originally been looking forward to the whole voyage, and when I found out that there were people out there trying to butt in honestly, it made me angry. But thinking back, it was beyond that accepted the challenge before I did anyway. And to be honest, I came here without actually straightening my feelings out. I just needed to blow off some steam. But the first words to come out of my mouth upon reaching here were, "Let me join too." That slightly surprised me. I don't actually remember how it got to the money topic though. So how did it actually go, Marshall? I remember asking him about it. The chance came about when Pariston and he were quarreling. My initial impression was that Jing was a dangerous troublemaker that had this proactive facade on the whole time. But then, upon hearing about the former chairman and Jing's own personal feelings towards the voyage, I suppose it became somewhat like a pardon for him. I too, at that time, made some mistake and said that Jing was just trying to make things go his way without realizing these things. Marionette and I worked on the war preparations in order to gain total control in case disorder arose, and since we prioritized the achievement of a solution, logically speaking, we considered that having Jane command us brought you unquestionable merits. That was all. So that's how it was. And just how did that connect to the money? Well, I was just trying to be cool about it just now, but back then I didn't think that the money would become a problem. My relationship with Paris. Why is he calling him Paris? Is a little complicated, and I'm definitely not trying to stir up anything here. I was serious when I said I want to put him off the #2 spot just to stop schemes, and I do want to help beyond. Accept me, won't you? The money might be from me, but it's also a form of self-interest. Whether you take it or not, it's entirely up to you. So please decide, Muhe. Why didn't you explain it as so in the first place? Oh, the robot talked. If you had everything would have gone smoothly. Well, the reason I couldn't is that to cool down the disorder, I'm willing to suffer this embarrassment. Please understand my feelings. Well, I guess it's my fault too, in the end. Okay. I'll try to get the mercenaries to understand, but the money will go to the Noel Foundation. Let me make it clear, you can be the #2. However, I'll be the one to keep the soldiers together on the scene. Okay? Yes, of course. Also, if you open the bank account as my grandson, then you're actually automatically a member of my team. Fine, #2? On the battlefield, my orders are absolute. The only answer you're allowed to say is yes, sir. Is yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. So this dude is going to end up controlling Ding as his grandson? I don't get that. But, well, if you're fine with that, it's fine for us too. As for the guys coming back, as long as Pariston acknowledges you as #2, Jin won't object. Yes, everyone just agreed. Everyone just agreed. Since the infiltration was a failure, you can tell everyone to remit the money normally. I'll send the list now. Congratulations for becoming #2. In name only. You can take the lead like it's always been. After rain comes fair weather, as well as everyone's intentions are still unclear. I refuse. I want to see how well you do. I see. Then I won't hold back. What? Yo, I don't get it. Do what? Yo, just this chapter is just good because of the mystery, like between Jing and Pariston. That's what makes this chapter so cool. But I don't know what, like, it's not like as amazing as some, like, I mean, I guess these week's chapters weren't all that great. There's about Jing, and what is it called? Pariston saying the last words he just said, saying, I want to see how you do it, how he does what, control these people, how he plays this out. What are they planning to do? And what are they specifically talking about? You know what I mean? Like, what does it mean to be in control? Like, what does it mean to be number 2? Why does it matter if he's number 2? What does number 2 gain? And then it says Kaken, Beyond, and Junishin, the Dark Continent casts a shadow on them. But what is up with Pariston? That's just what I want to know. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down, but leave me a critique so I can improve myself. Add me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, Hummingbird and DeviantArt. Anime and manga recommendations, leave them down below, as well as discussion questions. Yeah, that's about it. Answer my questions. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below. And yeah, peace.